What is up, everybody? Dan again, Stocktrades.ca. Welcome back to the Stocktrades YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to keep along the trend of doing exchange traded funds. And actually, I am going to go over a few funds that have just been released by Horizons. They are two very popular funds in terms of questions I'm getting right now, primarily because they are, again, savings funds, but they aren't like the typical cash HSAV, PSA, those types of high interest savings ETFs. These are actually exchange traded funds that invest in T-bills, Treasury bills, Canadian Treasury bills, and US Treasury bills. So in this video, I'm going to go over these two brand new funds from Horizons. I think they provide a lot of strong value to Canadian investors right now, and they are definitely something you are going to want to look at for either a short-term cash position or even some savings you're planning to utilize in the future for possibly a purchase down the line. So with that said, let's get right into these two brand new funds. So for the most part, these funds are going to be utilized by somebody who is looking to either store a cash position because they're worried about entering the market right now, or they're just having some short-term savings they would rather have sit in an ETF like this and earn interest. And if you're, on the other hand, you're still interested in the stock market, we actually just released a stock pick over at Stocktrades Premium. You can grab a 14-day free trial to the platform and view the stock pick below. As always, like this video, head down below, subscribe to the channel if you find value. And if you'd like me to go over more brand new funds on both the savings end, maybe the high yielding end, I have no problem with that. Let me know in the comments below. So these funds were brought to my attention probably a week ago, and I actually really like them for multiple purposes. For one, it is very tough for Canadians to easily buy US Treasuries and Canadian Treasuries. So the main thing we need to differentiate right now is the difference between, say, something like a Treasury bill and a Treasury bond and a Bank of Canada bond. And typically with these two funds and with Treasury bills in general, they are maturing in a year or less. If you have something longer than that, it is typically not called a Treasury bill. So when you're looking at this, it is a fixed income investment guaranteed by the Bank of Canada, the Federal Reserve, and they typically mature in a year or less. So that is what these funds will contain. And it gives investors the ability to buy these T-bills in a single click and a wide variety of T-bills, which we'll go over right now. So we'll go over the Canadian Treasury Bill ETF first, and this is the Horizons 0 to 3 month T-bill ETF. So all of the Canadian T-bills mature in 0 to 3 months. So it trades under the ticker CBIL, and it has a price of $50. Much like Horizons Cash, it has a $50 price, and it aims to collect distributions inside the fund, and it pays them out monthly. So the target yield is 4.23%. Now, this is not guaranteed, and I find a lot of people are running into this issue massively when they look to the newer covered call, split corp, leverage funds that are coming out. Look no further than the covered call crypto ETFs. This is a target yield. It is not necessarily the yield that you will get. You need some history here to find out what these funds will actually yield, but in terms of T-bill yields, it's probably going to be a bit more reliable than those other funds I talked about. So it yields 4.23%, at least it aims to, and as mentioned, it invests primarily in short-term Government of Canada T-bills, which are backed by the credit of the Canadian government. So these are much different funds than something like cash or like HSAV. With those funds, which I'll leave a link up above where you can watch a video if you don't know what they are high interest savings deposits made by Horizons at banks like National Bank, CIBC, Scotiabank, Canadian Western Bank. These are government-backed T-bills. There is a huge difference. So one of the main risks a lot of people associate with ETFs like cash and HSAV is the fact that they are not CDIC insured. The money inside of those deposit accounts is not insured, but these T-bills are backed by the Canadian government, and when we go over the next ETF, backed by the US Federal Reserve. So there is not that default risk of the underlying banks. These are guaranteed by the government. So Obviously, the investment objective is to provide interest income through exposure to Government of Canada Treasury bonds with remaining maturities generally less than 3 months. So as I've mentioned, they say that the initial target annualized yield may fluctuate based on market conditions, including changes to interest rates. This is pretty important. Much like HSAV and cash, when interest rates go down, the yield of this fund will go down. They will be buying new Treasury bills that will yield less than the ones in the portfolio right now as interest rates drop. Now, will interest rates drop soon? That remains to be seen. We've witnessed inflation starting to come down, but it is not quite at target levels yet, and we could see higher rates for longer periods of time, which will boost the yield of these T-bill ETFs. So it does give a warning down here as well. So it says CBIL may be susceptible to an increased risk of loss. While Canadian Treasury obligations are fully backed by the Canadian government, such securities are nonetheless subject to credit risk. The example of this being the risk that the issuing government may be or perceived to be unable or unwilling to honor its financial obligations, such as making payments. This risk is going to be very little. They have to put this in there because there is risk. I would put that risk at next to none. The Canadian government and the Federal Reserve are going to honor these T-bill payments, that's for sure. When we go to product facts, we can see it just started April 12th, 2023. Trades on the TSX by Horizons. The management fee, 0.1%. So these are very low fee ETFs. I view this as a pretty low management fee considering the fact it gives you single click exposure to a pretty wide variety of T-bills. And next up, we'll just go over the holdings of this ETF. So when we scroll down here, we're going to see the top 10 holdings, and this only holds 6 T-bills at this moment. And as we can go through here, we can see the different maturities. So it aims to have maturities from 0 to 3 months. So as we move forward, this April 27th, 2023 T-bill, which is the largest position in this portfolio, even though it's virtually equally weighted, this is going to mature, and as a result, they're going to add another T-bill past July 6th that is going to mature. They'll probably find one in August once this April one expires. So that is in reality what these ETFs do. I mean, if we look at the product sheet from Horizons, I mean, it's pretty much going to reiterate everything that I say here. The risk rating is low. I would view it as very low. It's backed by the Canadian government, and it seeks to provide investors with interest income through exposure to Government of Canada T-bills. So the one interesting thing in this fact sheet is the explanation of T-bills, and I do want to go over it because it's probably something that a lot of investors don't actually know. So how Treasury bills work. T-bills are short-term debt securities issued by the Government of Canada to raise capital. So T-bills are issued and sold at public auctions bi-weekly. So unlike other fixed income securities, T-bills do not pay coupons, and as such, they are issued at a discount to face value. As a T-bill approaches maturity, it is pulled to par, with the investor receiving full face value of the Treasury bill at maturity. This means while T-bills are issued for less than $1,000, the investor receives $1,000 at maturity. So this accrual represents the implied interest rate. From a taxation perspective, income earned on a T-bill is considered interest income. So the one thing I did want to note was that portion about the pulled to par. So for a bond or some longer term investment, if you buy it at a discount to par and it matures and you receive that par value, that difference can actually end up being a capital gain or a capital loss. But with a T-bill, they are charging it as interest income. So this is very important to understand. So as interest rates rise and lower, they're going to simply offer these T-bills at different discounts to par level, which is going to be the accumulated interest as mentioned in this fact sheet. So just to finish this up, T-bills, especially short-term T-bills with maturities of less than 3 months, would generally be considered the lowest risk investment available to Canadian investors, as they are backed by the full faith and credit of the Government of Canada, which has never defaulted on its debt obligations. So these are going to be safer than a GIC. They're going to be safer than HSAV, cash. They're going to be safer than a high interest savings deposit at any sort of bank. These are some of the safest investments in the country. So the one benefit of this ETF is obviously its ETF nature. T-bills, they're not easy to move, they're not easy to buy. A lot of people are confused as to how they'd even buy them. So this ETF aims to give you single-click exposure and liquidity when it comes to T-bills. You can buy and sell these much like a stock on the stock market. Whenever the market is open, you can buy and sell. So that's CBIL. Target yield of 4.23%. It pays out its distribution monthly. So again, it's going to accumulate that interest, which is going to be represented in the NAV of the fund, and it's going to pay it out on a monthly basis. So that's your exposure to Canadian Treasury bills. So let's move on to getting exposure to US Treasury bills, and that is through the Horizons 0 to 3 month US T-bill ETF. Now, one thing to note with that .U, that means this fund trades in US dollars. So although it has the same price of around $50 at the time I'm filming this, that is 50 US dollars. So that's very important to keep in mind. Now, in terms of target yield, they're targeting about the same yield, 4.25%. We'll see if they get there. It really depends on interest rate fluctuations over the next while. If they end up raising interest rates, you could see this yielding more. And if they end up dropping interest rates, you could see it yielding less. It also depends on the specific maturity dates of specific funds in here. But this is what they're going to target, and they're probably going to come in close to this target. So UBIL.U, it invests primarily in short-term U.S. government T-bills, which are backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. So again, this targets the same types of treasury bills, remaining maturities generally less than 3 months. And as mentioned, they have their default warnings down here saying that, although these are backed by the US government, if the US government were to default or not pay their bills, you would be at risk. However, I would view this as next to zero risk. Treasury bills are virtually the safest investment you can get. So fund details, started trading on April 12th again, and it has a little higher management fee, so it's 0.12. This is still very cheap exposure. You're talking $1.20 per $1,000 invested to get exposure to 0 to 3 month T-bills. This is a very, very cheap price. And if you actually wanted exposure to this investment, it's quite difficult to do just through your typical brokerage. So Horizons has given people the opportunity to be able to do it virtually in the single click of a button. And if you're at a platform like Wealthsimple, it's commission free as well. So it trades on the TSX, although as mentioned, it trades in US dollars. And when we look to the holdings of these funds, just like CBIL, it contains 6 treasuries. We can see some of them mature on May 2nd, some of them mature on May 16th. These are a lot shorter term than the Canadian T-bills. We saw most of them were spread out about a month apart. These have a whole bunch maturing in the next couple months here. But again, it's kind of the same methodology. All they'll do is when these mature, they'll take that capital, collect the par value that they earn on those T-bills. They'll pay that out as a distribution and reinvest the proceeds of the maturity of these into new T-bills. So when we go to the product sheet, you're going to see much the same as CBIL. You're going to see a low risk rating, one of the safest things you can get. So then again, it goes over how T-bills work, which is a very important concept to understand relative to a GIC, relative to those high interest savings accounts, and even relative to a bond. So everybody, that's it for the video. I really hope you like me covering these 2 ETFs. If you want me to cover any new ETFs that are issued, drop it in the comments below. I am happy to review any ETF that comes out, especially new ones, as I can provide some insight on specific ETFs here in Canada. Like the video, head down below, subscribe to the channel if you want more great Canadian content. And again, there is a 2-week trial of Stocktrades Premium in the description below. We just released a brand new stock pick, so you can hop on there and see what it is. Absolutely no credit card required. And we'll see you next time.